Well, good. How's everybody doing this evening? I want to apologize for not coming on Thursday. I was on the road, and when I got to the house, my daughter was here, so I spent time with her instead of hanging out with you guys. And just for YouTube, just for Facebook, I don't own the rights to this music. It is for entertainment purposes only. We're going a little old school today. I know some of you know this song. Some of you may not. But yeah, we're doing a little jamming, a little juicy fruit. But as we're talking about, Cousin Jay, appreciate you coming on, man. We're going to be talking about 24-hour traffic today. But right now we're listening to a little M2 So, okay, let's turn this down. All right. As promised, we're going to talk about 24-hour traffic today, how you can get it. And, but before I get started, I had a conversation with a guy earlier today about tracking software. He was promoting something. Leroy, Beverly, appreciate y'all coming on. How y'all doing? So I was talking with this guy about tracking software. He was promoting something. I can't remember what it's, some kind of mail order thing. And then he was talking about sharing his links, and he was having trouble with it. And I said, well, do you use tracking software? And he said, no, I haven't. So that goes along with what we're talking about here, because there are 3 basic tools that you have to have in order to make this thing work really well. One is you got to have an autoresponder. 2, you have to have tracking software. And then 3, you have to have a custom capture page software as well. You got to have those 3 things, because each thing, your autoresponder stores your information, name and emails. The tracking software gives you the ability to share your links on Facebook, because this is really important. If you're sharing your raw affiliate links or any kind of raw links, you are subject to get your links blacklisted, especially if you're one of these people who just be spamming and going crazy with stuff and buy my stuff. But it makes you look a little bit more professional, because what you need to do in order to get this tracking software to work, you have to have a custom domain. And you can get those anywhere. You can go to GoDaddy, you can go to Bluehost. I personally use what is the software that I use? Yeah, see, that's what happens when you don't have a script sometimes. You lose your spot, or you don't remember what you're talking about. But I use ClickMagic. ClickMagic, I think, is one of the best tracking softwares out there. But you can use not ClickMagic. That's the tracking software. The Lord, I can't talk today. I cannot get myself Namecheap. That's the name of the domain provider that I use. But but that brings me ClickMagic is the tracking software that I use as well. But getting back to the 24-hour traffic. Hey, what's happening, Leroy? Appreciate you coming on. But here, 24-hour traffic, you want to go to a traffic broker or someone who is selling traffic. And if you don't know what traffic is, that is the people that you get to come to your website, to your offers, to your products, your services, whatever it is. Oh, it's my age. No, but see, I'm aging gracefully, Beverly. Thank you very much. But so you want to get, and this is really great for beginners, because it doesn't require a whole lot of know-how. You just have to have those basic tools that I talked about. And once you have those things set up and connected, then you can run traffic, and you can go to a broker and up in the description, I've got a link to my traffic source. Is getpaidwithjl/traffic source. And the other thing that you need to have is you have to have good copywriting, because good copywriting is what compels people to take action. Because most of these traffic brokers and traffic providers, it's mostly text stuff like you will see on Google or Bing. It'll be a little ad on the side. It'll make $5,000 in 2 weeks or whatever, and somebody clicks on that. So you have to have compelling copywriting. So I've also put up in there a link to a webinar that tells you about a copywriting tool that I use, because I used to suck at copywriting, but I've gotten better over the years, and this tool actually helped me get better at copywriting. I don't use it quite as much, but if you're a beginner, this is something that you may want to consider. So you want to check that webinar out and see what this software does, because it really helps with, you know, writing good copy, because good copy is a lot of times what the difference between you making a sale or getting somebody to opt into whatever you're promoting. Now, this type of traffic is really good for business opportunities if you're selling crypto, but it also works well, you know, if you're a network marketer. It works really well also with some affiliate offers, depending upon what it is. It also, if you're doing CPA, which is cost per action, it works well with those kinds of things as well. But, you know, you want to have that capture page. Hey, Robin, appreciate you coming on. You got to have a capture page that's unique, because if you're using the company capture page, this is not going to work for you. It's not going to work as well, because first of all, you're not going to get that information, because when you're doing this, you definitely want to build a list. And if you're not gathering these people's names and emails, and let's just say you're with the company and for some reason it shuts down, or you decide you don't want to partner with those people anymore, if you didn't gather that information, then you can't take that with you, because they own that. So that's the thing. But you know, what you want to do is, you know, when you find, like I say, if you go up and you go to the place that the link to the traffic source that I use, there are several people in there. I'm going to give you the names of 2 people that I use personally, that I've had good results with them. One guy's name is Mark Jameson. The other guy's name is Desmond Akil Smith. So if you want to try this, you know, I would go with those guys. There's tons and tons of people in there, because it's like a marketplace. There's plenty of service providers, traffic providers there. But again, when you do this, you know, you want to start small, because this is not free traffic. This is paid traffic. But the benefit of paid traffic is that when you're getting good traffic, you can always scale up, because you can always spend more money. But in the beginning, you want to maybe start off with maybe 50 clicks or 100 clicks and do a test campaign and see how that provider is, you know, what kind of traffic he's using. Now, mostly you want to have tier 1 traffic, which is, you know, your English speaking countries like, you know, US, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. Those are areas where this traffic will be coming from. But you can just do the US. You can talk to the provider and say, look, I only want US traffic, because my product can't be sold out of the States, or whatever it is, you know. So like I said, the good thing about this, you'll get delivery of that traffic within, you know, 24 to 48 hours, somewhere in there. All right, got another notification. But you know, if you want to try this, you know, you got to have, again, I can't stress more highly, you have to have an autoresponder. You have to have tracking software. You have to have a custom capture page, because this is where you can create, and I talked about this before, about creating sales funnels, you know, because if you just got one page that everybody in your company is using, and this person that you're dealing with has already sent traffic to that same offer, you might not get the same response. You might not get as good a response. So it gives you the ability to brand yourself and become unique. You know, most capture pages, they have, you know, you got your name and your email address and some kind of copy on that. So you want to be able to have good copy. Now, what I do a lot of times, I'll use minimal copy. I'll have a great headline. And then the other thing, you want to have sales copy or copywriting for your ad, because this is going to be a text ad that they're going to run. And if you leave it up to them to write it, they might not write it in the way that you want it written, or they might miss something. And then also, it gives you an opportunity to brand yourself and come off as more of a professional instead of an amateur. But, you know, you get your capture page, you've got to have that tracking software, because again, if you're posting these things on Facebook, because I'll tell you a story, it didn't happen to me, but it did happen to me, but it happened before I got started with this company. And I'm not going to name the company, but it was a network marketing company, and they were promoting information products to teach people how to make money online. Well, when they first started out, this was way back in 2013, I think 2012 when they started. People grabbed onto this thing and they were just blasting and spamming their links, their raw links in Facebook. Well, Facebook blacklisted that link, and then no one in that company could post that link. So that's why you don't want to do those kinds of things. You want to have a custom domain, and and don't use a domain that you have something else attached to it. Go ahead and buy you another domain. I've got like 3 or 4 different domains that I use for whatever business or whatever offer, depending upon what it is, because I promote a lot of different things. But you get your custom domain, you can go to Namecheap. In fact, let me pull up, and I'll put this in the link in the comments, a link to Namecheap, so that you can get, because I think you get something free, or maybe you don't get anything free. How about that? But this is a really good domain. Boy, I am really struggling today. I guess I need to drink some water. How about that? Yeah. But, okay. All right. Got that link there. Well, I said I did. Come on, computer. There we go. But you get that custom domain, then you can go get the tracking software. Like I said, if you want to go with now, again, let me go and give you another link to wow, just got a brain fart. I'm gonna be all right, guys. Just bear with me. To the tracking software that I use, I'm just gonna put the link in the comments. So you can get that for 14 days for free, so you can try it out. So again, let me go over this. For this 24-hour traffic thing to work: autoresponder, tracking software, custom capture page. Get yourself a custom domain so you can mask that tracking link to that domain. Because if you use the raw tracking links, like if you go to Bitly or some of these other ones, ClickMeter, and you use their tracking link, it's possible that other people are doing that, and you could get that blacklisted as well. So you want to have that custom domain. You mask it to that tracking link, because what it is, you're putting it inside of a package. Like you got, like this is a, let me see, what can I use? Like this is your offer, and then you put a package around that, which is your domain, and then you got that tracking link. So it can, like mine is getpaidwithjl.com/traffic source. Getpaidwithjl.com/webinar. So you got that package inside of a package, and then you can share those links on Facebook without the Facebook police putting you in jail. My friend Jay, who was on here, he knows about the Facebook police. I know about the Facebook police. I got my ad account flagged and couldn't advertise on Facebook for 4 years, guys. For 4 years, I couldn't advertise on Facebook. But the good thing about that, it forced me to learn other ways to get traffic. And this is one of the ways that I learned, so that I didn't have to use Facebook. Because you remember last month or whenever it was when Facebook shut down for a day or whatever, and some people freaked out and their business was going. I was like, I didn't even know Facebook was down. I know that I couldn't post something for a while, so I was like, okay, I'll just do something else. But this is how this thing works. And like I said, the benefit to this is that as you getting good traffic and you see that just converting really, really well, you can always scale up. But like I say, start off small. Maybe go, I think the cheapest, the least amount of clicks you can buy is 50 clicks. And that could be anywhere from, I think the cheapest I've ever paid for 50 was a while back. I think I paid $17 for it. But you're gonna probably spend anywhere from $25 to $30, depending on what their rates are. So again, I hate to keep going over this, and definitely you want to make sure you get tier 1 traffic. That's US, Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand, places where people speak English. Because if you're sending this stuff out to the world, that's just a little tip. Don't send your stuff out to the world because everybody doesn't speak English and everybody doesn't read English, you know. So you don't want to do it like that, but you want to have that custom capture page program. So you create that custom capture page, and then you want to have a thank you page on the end of that. After they give you their information, make sure you have a thank you page. See, that's something you can't do if you use the company's capture page. And that also gives you another opportunity to brand yourself, introduce yourself. Because what I do a lot of times is instead of, you know, you click and it says, congratulations, you're registered for this, or congratulations, your thing is coming in your email. You know, I do it in a video so they can see me and say, this is a real person that they're talking with. It's not some machine or not anything animated. So that's pretty much all I have for you today. I didn't mean to go over. I tried to stay close to 10 minutes, but we went over about 15 because I rambled and I had a brain fart there for a minute. But remember my motto, the shortest distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So take some action on this. And oh, my fiance told me I had to stop. I had to change things up. So I'm going to borrow something from Les Brown, where he says, if you want to do something you've never done, you have to become somebody that you've never been. Love, peace, and hair grease.